during that time, first 3 years, nag-evolve yung center. Ang bilis. Ang bilis ng changes. And dahil nga we're just starting, we're really not sure of alin yung uunahin natin or saan ba talaga tayo magpo-focus, saan talaga tayo mas magiging relevant. And we're also trying to still build some partnerships. So at first, may challenge, kanino ba tayo magpa-partner? Ang onti ng options natin because only a few organizations are working on climate change initiatives.
So it was a very different landscape back then. So I'm not even sure if the space, climate change space already existed. If it did, it was probably a small one and it was only beginning to take shape at that time.
Not that it's fortunate na we had Yolanda at that time, pero it's also opportune na when that happened, when the center was building its momentum, the political climate was also open to the discussion. So, ang napansin ko rin kasi nun was that even in government, they're very open to what the center has to offer. So, we're able to communicate the message, not just to the scientists, kasi among scientists, we know naman what's up, but we're able to communicate that to the decision makers talaga, legislators, and I think there was also some lobbying at that time. So, I think that's another good thing na the center was able to bank on.
Actually, yung Yolanda, naging talaga siya eh. We built on that really, nung nangyaring Yolanda, both in good terms and in bad. Lumabas yung weakness ng governance, no? Disaster governance especially. And then, at lumabas din yung need for science.
One of the values talaga na I saw in the center during the parang year that I was there, na people know where to go. Because of course, diba, Dr. Lasco is one of the prime scientists because he's bringing the name of the center and parang he's providing a venue where people can discuss. I think yung naging avenue talaga yung center for those discussions.
Mas marami ng mga researchers na I think, at least from my perspective, may interest on adaptation and resilience and even disaster risk reduction work after that. And OML Center has been, I think, an instrumental tool for that. Kasi nga, dahil sa mga forums na ginagawa natin, mas nakilala ang OML Center. And then, eventually, I think after nung umalis din kami, nakita rin namin yung momentum. From then, ang daming projects, natuloy yung Savior Project, and then nag-spread out siya to different, subsectors ng climate change. So far, I guess, positive for me yung space na yon. And then there is more hunger, I guess, up until now for that. Kasi at least for scientific assessments like, adaptation work and flood modeling, hanggang ngayon, yung LiDAR na yan, sa Philippines, Southeast Asia, pioneer din yan. And OML Center was a pioneer on that research then. So, nung pinresent namin siya in New Zealand, nagulat sila ba't may LiDAR na sa Pilipinas. And then, OML Center was instrumental to, spreading that, information about the tool, the technology, at minamaximize natin.
At that time, the board already wanted to see about making it a more public, making the research more usable by the public. So, medyo tamang-tama din yung time na pumasok kami kasi the center was also trying to find a different direction. We were trying to do the science that was needed by the public. So, parang meron ng user kaagad before we even embark. And I think, I don't know if Jean would agree, but even the grants became like that. Kasi noon parang it was an open call. We did we asked scientists to give proposals, ganon. But now I feel like kino-commission na okay, this is the information we need, this is the science that we need. Let's try to find the right people who will help us to bridge the science and the usage.
In my journey with OML Center, no, sitting next to OML himself, no, and I remember this, and he whispered to me, and he had one question for me, and he said, "How many people have we saved?" Very simple question. How many people have we saved? And so I went on to talk about, oh, we've given a grant to this, we've helped UP do this, we've helped. And then he stopped me and he said, no, that's not my question. My question is, how many people have we saved? No? And so it was a realization for me, that science should be at the service of mankind, diba? And so, and I don't think that was lost in OML Center, no? It's just that we needed to navigate that, no? From funding research, no? To actually making the research work for people who need it most.
I would say, may gap pa rin in terms of like how scientific the discourse is. Diba? How scientific yung understanding ng tao about climate change, what solutions actually could be more impactful than others and stuff like that. So obviously there's still a gap, but I see at least awareness level and engagement has increased over the years.